I've just started this stream and there is a wasp now flying around my food. Don't you sting me, Mr. Wasp. You know what? It's a battle against me and the wasp. Did I get you? Where did you go? Ah, there you are. Gotcha. Well, there we go. That's a good start to the stream. Battling an insect. Hello, Big Shark. Hello, Shinobi. Right. I've got to work this out because I need to see the chat, so I might need to do a bit of adjusting on the old OBS. Realised. Bear with. And you know what? We have space for a little image, so let's put an image of... Wait, do I already have that? No. Just one. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Put that there like that. There you go. Hey, there we go. And then let's pull up the chat and then Photoshop. There we go, we're good. Hello, the frog. You have to put a wasp in the thumbnail. Shinobi says, small crowd today. Well, I've just begun, and it is the middle of the day. Well, as you can see here, we're going to be doing one of the insides of the pyramid from episode 4. What's cool about this now, episode 4 is out, I can talk more about the spoilers and stuff without worrying about spoiling. And as you can see from the title of this stream, the beginning of the end. So we have reached the point where I'm now working on the final episode. And it will be a very, 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 very long time until episode 5 is out and finished. But we will get there. Eventually. I can't promise I'll stream all the time working on this, but you know, we'll eventually get there. 3 years time, yeah, that's more than likely. The frog says it's too warm today. It is very hot outside, but no hotter than if you're on holiday. Ah! Poop! You know what, it'll probably be quicker. I just do that, and then I've been plotting out the story of episode 5 as well. There's a little bit I'm stuck on, getting certain characters to, like the motivation for why certain characters go to certain places. I'm sort of working out still. More like the specific details. I know the overarching reasons for why they need to go to places, but you kind of need those nitty gritty. Well, they say the devil's in the details, so there's those nitty gritty details that I need to hone in on. And I'll be quite honest, the dinosaur action in episode 5, I'm kind of working out how I can integrate the dinosaurs into the action more and actually have them mean something to the plot. I don't want to just have them randomly turn up and do nothing to fuel the actual plot. Plus Rose is the main antagonist, so she is going to dominate episode 5. So I need to work out how to balance her with the dinosaurs. But we'll get there. I don't know how long I'll be streaming today as well, but I just wanted to sort of get back into the swing of, you know, how we used to do things on this channel. I want to kind of mix things up as well. When I was working on episode 4, I was going through massive phases of painting for a very, very long time, and then not doing much other content, whereas this time I want to sort of mix it up a bit more. So like I might stream today, and then this might be the only stream for a while I work on other content and do other stuff, which, you know, will also add to the length of the creation of episode 5. But I want to build this channel up. Like, I want to make it a really cool place to hang out, and especially now Dominion's out and Jurassic. No one knows what's going on with the future of Jurassic. I feel like there's a lot I can talk about and make videos on to do with Jurassic more specifically. I've definitely got a Camp Cretaceous video planned. I want to go through Camp Cretaceous basically almost from beginning to end, and explain why I think that fundamentally is bad. Because I've talked about it a lot on streams, but I don't know, I feel like a more specific, focused video on that subject matter might be quite good. Hello, On the Job Filmmaking. The Black Sack reviews are the best. Yes, I do plan on getting Will over here and recording another one of those soon. We've still got loads of films in that Black Sack that we haven't looked at yet. It'd be good if we had a day where we recorded like 2 or 3 of them in one day. Big Shark says, I hope you plan to do more content outside of Jurassic, or people will just know you as the canon guy. I do all sorts of content. Like, I just did my Prometheus School of Running video not too long ago. I did the Piranha 2 video the other day. I do Dino-Defenders. I do other content. And I don't mind if I'm known as the canon guy, because if that brings eyes to the channel, then whatever, you know. That's my take on it, at least. Now, that's the, we'll call that the front rocks. Duplicate this layer again. And the Alien Free video, yes, thank you. On the Job Filmmaking. Black Dragon says, very excited for this, great stuff, I've enjoyed every episode. Awesome. Thank you very much. to. I need a different colour. Something brighter. That's better. And I can see what I'm rubbing out. I just hope we don't get it to a new dead period with the franchise at the period between JP3 and Jurassic World, says Shinobi 3. Personally, that doesn't bother me. If they actually did take a break for sake of argument, 14 years, doesn't bother me whatsoever. Only bothers me on a sort of job front, let's put it that way, because we've got many ideas of what we could do to contribute to the forwarding of the franchise at Chaos Theorem, and you know, stories to tell and stuff. And if Universal is willing to fund us to tell some of those stories, obviously I'd be gutted if they decided to do that, you know, shelve it when we could be telling stories. But maybe it's for the best. I mean, I'm not upset by the idea of that, mainly because a 14-year gap will grow a new generation of fans and give it breathing room. And then and then you'll see what is it? Actually, I was going to watch a video today while I was streaming. It's the Christoph. What's his name? I can't remember his last name now. I think he was an ex-Collider host, but he did a video called like, should Universal call it quits on Jurassic or something? It's like one of those, you know, oh, they should just end the franchise kind of thing. And it got me thinking that how funny is that like they say that, but we've only had 3 films in the last almost 10 years, and they already said, oh, they should call it quits. You'd have a 14-year gap, and then they'd say the same thing in 14 years. Even though there's been a 14-year gap of nothing, they'd be like, oh, they're making too many of these things, they should stop them. I mean, I don't know if that's what he says, I'm just riffing here. Clickbait garbage opinion. Well, I need to watch the video, so I was going to listen to it on stream and then give my thoughts on it. But then I thought, you know what, I'll ease into the stream by putting on some classic music for the Dino-Defenders streams and just get into the painting. Jason Kruger, a live stream? Wow, I haven't been to one of these in decades. Well, hello. Hello there. For episode 5, there's like a couple of scenes, crucial scenes towards the beginning that I've got planned that sort of establish some leftover hangover character stuff that I want to deal with. But then the rest is just going to be pure carnage, pure mayhem, and then there's some more story stuff right at the end. Big Shark says, lovely statue. Well, it's, yeah, thank you. It's inspired by Talos, you know, from the way he's standing, from Jason the Argonauts, and then he's got like a xenomorph inspired hand. And yeah, there's just lots of things that I love just sort of imbued into its design. Black Dragon said, "What would you think of fan dubs for Dino-Defenders Extreme?" I'd love to watch them. I mean, Jurassic Unicast did one. That was quite funny. On the Job Filmmaker says, "Hey Jack, what was your Jurassic Park 4 script about?" You know what? Maybe I'll do a live stream or a video where I read it. I'm gonna write that down because that's actually read JP4 script for video. There you go. I've written that down. That's some good content. Thank you very much for giving me that. Give me that idea. Oh, 1 second, guys. I'll be back. 1 second. Sorry about that. Just had to help my wife set up the paddling pool for the little one. So, hello Gary. 2 excellent reviews. Okay, I might need to refresh my memory. Is there anywhere I can see the species list? Will there be any new species introduced in the next episode of Dino-Defenders? Yeah, no. you've seen everything. That's not good. T-Rex review says I'll give them a look later on. So far my favourite dinosaur in the series is the Megaraptor. It looks so cool, it has such a great colour pattern. Love the blue and orange combination. Well, thank you. I think you're going to like episode 5 once it's finally finished, if you like the Megaraptor. Here, like that. I will say this though about all the species list in Dino-Defenders. You will see every single one of those species in episode 5. Your excellent review says my friend Rexy has actually reacted to all the trailers for your series on your channel. We're both big fans of your work, Jack. Oh, cool. What? I'll have to watch them. You'll have to send me a link. You can, if you bung a link in the chat here, I'll watch them after this. Gary5 says that was it. All 10 species: Dimetrodon, Panaeosaurus, Megaraptor, Megalosaurus, Kentrosaurus, Camarasaurus, Proceratosaurus, Trypanosaurus, Talostropheus. Now you might be asking, well, where's the 10? There's 9 there. I decided during the creation of episode 4, because there was planned to be 10 species, I decided that, you know, we've got the male Megalosaurus and the female Megalosaurus. You know, there's too much. Like, if I do another species and introduce it in the last episode, to come out of nowhere. So what I've decided is to count the male Megalosaurus as number 10, and also like the species I've chosen and what they do. Like, I want them to be unique and do their own things, and I think I've got enough. If you understand my meaning, like, I don't think there's anything else I can add that would really add anything more to what I want to say with the series. You know, it would just then start to become bloated and not good. Big Shark says, so what was the other one you had in mind, if it isn't spoilery, of course? So I was toying with... I've toyed with many different species. I actually toyed with the T-Rex, like, originally. I was like, oh, what if I keep telling people the T-Rex isn't in it, and then there's that statue in Rose's office, there's statues all over the pyramid. I was like, should I just have the T-Rex in the series? I was like, no. You know what? The Megalosaurus are going to play the role of like that big theropod in this, and you know, they've got the unique horn on the male. The female's dead, so she's out for the count now. I toyed with the idea of Ceratosaurus, because again, you see a statue of one of those in the pyramid, and I thought, oh, what if I make like a really mean Ceratosaurus and make that creature have a really awesome role to play in the series, as a throwback to the idea that that was the first dinosaur ever put to screen in a live action movie. It's one of the oldest dinosaurs on screen. I thought, oh, that's the one that I should bring some love to again after all these years. Then I thought of doing a Styracosaurus. I was like, oh, what if I make like a herbivore, like really mean and foreboding, and make it like, you know, messed up with the genetic engineering so it looks really funky. And then I was like, again, I was like, no. Then I even toyed with the idea of bringing back something virtually alien, like something like this guy on the statue. Like, I even toyed with the idea of what if there was some sort of like genetic mutant from the past that they awaken. And then I was like, no, that's too close to Prometheus, so I don't want to go down that route. So then I opted to stick with the story you're telling. You don't need to have a 10th one. Thank you, T-Rexcellent Reviews. Gary5 says, I see where you're headed, Jack. Kind of a hassle in terms of design. I'm designing prehistoric animals for a video game, so you can imagine it as hard work. Yeah, it's really hard, because you have to make sure like they stand out from other dinosaur properties out there. So we've got that layer. Let's duplicate this one. Chaotician Nunes says Prometheus took from Lovecraft, so you don't need to worry about that. No, I meant more in terms of like an actual ancient being awoken, like in like a humanoid thing. And I was like, it's no. Plus, like, I just want to say that it's like I didn't want to confirm whether the civilization back in the day actually did create dinosaur human hybrids or anything like that. I wanted to leave it in the show to be more ambiguous, like you don't know, or kind of along the lines of, when you look at like hieroglyphics from Egypt of like people with bird heads and crocodile heads and stuff. It's like there weren't really people with crocodile heads and bird heads, although there's like some, they use it in like mythology that they represent certain gods and stuff. And there's obviously been fiction out there where they say like the Mummy films with Brendan Fraser, where they're like, no, there's like literally people with dogs for heads and stuff. So I wanted to keep it sort of more ambiguous and not be so literal. So like this statue of this guy up here may or may not be legit. We just don't know, because I want to put the audience in the shoes of the characters. Like the characters don't know. So to have like a humanoid, monstrous being be awoken and come alive, it would just be too on the nose. I've already got a lot of stuff on the nose anyway with like Rose, and I think that would take away from Rose being this sort of mutant, self-inflicted hybrid in a way. So I wanted her to be unique, and maybe like what Rose has done is almost the first time in history it's ever been done. Jack, do you prefer Alien or Aliens? Because a lot of people prefer Aliens, but I think Alien is better. I like them both. I don't prefer one over the other. If someone had a gun to my head and were like, you have to choose one, man, I'd be like, Alien. Or Aliens. I'd just say whatever would make him take the gun away from my head. Big Shark says you should put a giant shark head broken statue all mangled up. You've got enough cameos in this series, I think. I thank you very much. Two excellent reviews there. Speaking of Rose, without spoiling anything, are we going to get any answers why she's done what she's done in the next episode? Yeah, you've kind of got the answers in episode 4, but not. Yeah, you've got like good clues to why. But yeah, you will find out. Yeah, 100%. Must have overlooked them. Yeah, during the Megalosaurus action we had, that entire scene was great, by the way. Thank you. That was fun to make that scene. I had no idea if I could do a robot versus dinosaur fight. Now I can do that. There's a even bigger challenge in episode 5, which might not be what you expect, but there's a lot of water I've got to deal with in episode 5, and animating water, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have to do it, tell the story. But yeah, in terms of Rose's reasons, like, she's set up a lot of clues in episode 4 if you listen to what she says, who she's talking about, you know. Right, so we've got that there, and then these little bits here. Gary Fover said, yeah, not a fan of one of Rose's arms being like that with the missing flesh and skin in the middle there. You're not a fan of this? This? A busted arm. I've been working on for episode 5. Took that as a ramblings of a mad woman. Oh, she's mad, but yeah, they're not just ramblings. Gary Fover says that even with the mutation it wouldn't be possible. Who cares? It's just a cool design. I don't care if it's possible or not. The idea is that she's a mutant, and I wanted her to look cool, and I wanted one arm to be really messed up. On the job. Oh, is it? You're gonna have to do a making of book, Jack. I'd pay $50 for one. I am planning on making like a big sort of PDF, printable PDF document that's like the making of this series, and there's a few patrons out there I'll send it to who've already got the tier to get it once it's done. But then I'll eventually make it so people can download it and print it for themselves, or, you know, I don't know how else I can get it out there, but we'll see what we can do. Still feel bad for Greg. Speaking of cool designs, which animal design you've drawn is your favourite? Probably the... Do you like the leopard seal hybrid? It's a toss-up between that and the Megaraptor, I think. The male Megalosaurus is one I really like as well, but I don't know. I think the mascot of the series is the Megaraptor, so that might have to be it. Oh, where's the music gone? Are we still listening? Yes, we are. Yes, and Greg, he got led down the path, blinded by his own empathy. Is that the right word? Naivety, that's the word I'm looking for. Big Shark says, oh yeah, what's the music, Jack? This is the Golden Compass PlayStation 2 soundtrack. Chaotician Nunez says, unfortunately I haven't had a chance to follow your stuff for a while, Jack, but what did you think of Dominion? I've enjoyed it, but I don't think it's a good movie. I enjoyed it a lot, and I think it's a good movie. Obviously there's room for improvement, I think, or there's not room for improvement, but they could have improved some things, sure, but in terms of what it was trying to achieve, I think it did it very well. T-Rex review says the Megaraptor is mine as well. What made you choose it as big bad theropod of your series? It's such a unique choice. I've said about how I didn't want to have all the classic dinosaurs like T-Rex, Spinosaurus, Stegosaurus, Parasaurolophus, you name it, all the classic dinosaurs everyone knows, Velociraptor and stuff. I wanted to choose a load of dinosaurs that not many people, that I haven't seen much in media, and I like the name Megaraptor. It just sounds ridiculous and it suits the name. It's kind of a name of a dinosaur that suits the title of the series, Dino-Defenders Extreme. The Megaraptor. That's why I also chose the Megalosaurus. It's just, I like the idea of there's two mega animals in there. Yeah, so that's why I picked it. We have listened to Kevin MacLeod's music. You know, I might have done. Name rings a bell. Chaotician says, I also rather fitting that among the first dinosaurs to be brought back would be the Megalosaurus, since it was one of the first to be classified. Yeah. You just reminded me. There was another 10th species that I was thinking for the 10th dinosaur, and I was actually toying with the idea of bringing those old Victorian style Iguanodon and Megalosaurus back for this series. They've been genetically engineered to look that way. Then I thought it's just a bit too silly. What's the point? Gonna have Rose be like, yes, we're gonna sell these to the British to put actually in Crystal Palace Park. They can house them as tourist attractions to show them what dinosaurs would have really looked like back in Victorian times. But now they're alive, and you can actually see them alive. Right, so we nearly got this done. This is the last little bit to cut out. So now I need to go around with the rubber. Just get rid of everything. So where would this be on the map, says Big Shark? Inside the pyramid. To your excellent review says, any idea what the title for episode 5 would be yet? I really like your episode names. Yes, I have a title. I've had the title for a while. Hang on a second. Have I just drawn around that? Oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah, just get rid of that. Hello, Lewis. Now we want to duplicate this layer and clear this. Yeah, right, what's the title? The title is Deluge. this as like a guide. I mean, you can see below, right here, that's the new logo as well for episode 5. It might change at some point, but so far that's the winning ticket. Lewis and Jack, when can we watch your Jurassic World Dominion discussion video you planned to upload since last year? Depends on what's on the extended cut. Because like we were going to launch that, and then we saw the film and we're like, hang on, they've cut loads of stuff out, and I don't want to spoil what might be on the extended cut. So that's why I removed it. You know, it'd suck for people to hear our initial review and then hear like spoilers for what would be on potentially coming on the extended cut. Like, you want to experience that for the first time, you know, watching it. Hello, Cretaceous the Hunted. Do I think the extended cut is better than the theatrical cut? Well, bear in mind, we saw a cut that was like, it might not be the extended cut, because there might be stuff that we saw that didn't make even the extended cut, or vice versa. There might be stuff in the extended cut that we didn't see in the cut we saw. But I did say when I came out of watching, you know, the premiere, watching the theatrical cut, that aside from like the prologue opening not being in the film, I think I prefer the theatrical cut. It just gets to the point quicker. How's painting going? It's just started, so episode 5, I mean, guess so far so good. Jackie, you going to watch Primal Season 2 when it comes out the same day as Camp Cretaceous on July 21st as Dr. Saurian? I will get around to seeing that, yeah, because it's a great show. Do you think the extended cut will be 6 hours long? No. Today is Jurassic Park 3's 21st anniversary. Well, good. Good. See you later on the job filmmaking. Thanks for popping by. See you later, Gary. Thanks for popping by. Right. Dr. Soren says, do you think that the franchise will ever incorporate John Hammond memoirs into future film series later down the line? No. No, I do not. I mean, would it be cool? Sure. I mean, I guess it depends on the context, but yeah. I don't think they'll ever do it. That. Since the next episode involves a lot of water, will the aquatic hybrid be playing a big part in it? It'll have a bit of a part, yeah. What's the name of this statue going to be, or is that spoilers? I haven't come up with one yet, so we'll have to have to come up with one. Like, I added this like gold plaque down here, which I haven't sorted out yet, but we can add something there. Guess something brute or warrior in Latin would be fitting. Look up the Latin. Well, would there be Latin? Maybe Mesopotamian. Look up the Babylonian word for guardian or something, if the Babylonians had anything like that. just looking up Marduk, the god Marduk, and other gods around him to see if there's anything from the Babylonian religions. We'll come back to that in a minute. What are you guys saying? T-Rexon review says, so with the female Megalosaurus killed off in the last episode, how many Megalosaurs are left in the series? 1, the male. Hello, Isla Sauna Communications. Right. Yeah, I took it that he kept the Barbasol can as a keepsake, like a reminder of where it all began. statue would be cool if it came to life. That would be too much like Talos. Speaking of this, now I'm going to highlight certain areas. No, I need it to be nearly white. So who's excited for Camp Cretaceous Season 5, says Isla Sorna Communications. Not me. I'm more excited about the reactions to Camp Cretaceous Season 5. What did you think to the Northosaurus clip from Camp Cretaceous Season 5 and Animal in general? I haven't watched the clip. Right, so now what I want to do is cut. You know what, actually push all that out. Let's make that square. Chaotician Nunez says, Camp Cretaceous is like Dominion to me, fun but utter nonsense overall. Actually, come to think of it, that's the world era for me. Fun but nonsense. Cool. That's the entire Jurassic franchise for me. Fun but nonsense. We need gold. Nope. Would it be in... Do we have yellows? We have oranges. Pinks, reds, oranges. Let's have a look at that. Maybe we could do it like this. Lewis says, I want to ask all of you what canon means to you guys. Canon is the established storyline of a set of events of a particular story. That's the definition. What it means to me, I mean, there's always head canon versus what the studios say is canon. That's true not just of Jurassic but of any franchise. Like 20th Century Fox wants to say Alien Resurrection's canon. Not in my books. But I recognise that they call it canon. And that there are other fans out there of the Alien franchise who really like that movie. But for me, it's not in my canon. And canon, like the thing with headcanon is that people like the hard canon, so they have something to rally around. But when it comes to movies, you know, it can chop and change all the time. I'm not saying it doesn't matter, it's flexible. And no one should lose sleep over it. The only true canon that's out there is Dino-Defenders Extreme. It's the one true canon. For all the canons. Big Shark says, only people lose sleep are the people who care. Well, the thing is, like, I care about the Jurassic canon. You know, that's why I say I don't count Camp Cretaceous as canon, because I care about the canon. And obviously, you know, I've been paid to care about the canon. Well, no, I cared about the canon before getting paid, but you know what I mean, like... Oh, yeah. I had to pay close attention to it when writing to the lore. I didn't want to upset anyone, so we tried our best to stick to it as best as possible. We weren't perfect. And there were a couple of nights where I'd lose sleep thinking about, how am I going to tackle this problem? But then it always would present itself. But I've always caveated everything I've said with, I have my own canon. Even though I write for the Jurassic canon and add to it, I have my own canon. But there's some people that can get really uppity about canon. And some people are so desperate for it to like all connect perfectly and make so much sense and all that sort of stuff. And it's never going to happen for something like Jurassic that's sort of fundamentally flawed in its canon. Like pretty much every single movie franchise out there. Sounds like a stupid question, Jack, but did the game Dino-Defender play a part in naming of your series? Do you know what? I actually can't remember. I think it might have done. Someone might have mentioned it in the chat and said, like, oh, you should call it Dino-Defender. And I was like, hang on a second, why don't we call it, like, Dino-Defenders Extreme? Like, mix the name up. But you guys got the answer for why the series is called Dino-Defenders Extreme in the last episode. He's a Son of Communicator says, Jack, what do you think the theme is of Dominion? I don't think there's like one theme. There's many, isn't there? There's themes about being a good parent and redemption and overstepping the line, seeking control. That's a big one in Jurassic. There's many themes. I wouldn't say there's just one. The main one I would say would probably be life cannot be contained. It runs over the same themes we've heard over all of the Jurassic canon. So now what I'm going to do is merge those layers and that one. Oh, I better save this. Easter Communicator says, but the main one they shove in our face at the end is coexistence, which is one not shown 1 ounce of human and man coexisting, and it feels completely hollow. She presents that they're going to have to coexist at the end, so they don't have to show you them successfully coexisting. The film ends on the kind of foreboding, ooh, they're living in our world now. So we don't know like the true outcome. It's basically like we just have to play our cards right, be sensible, and hopefully we'll coexist fine with them. That's the ending. It's not saying we are coexisting with them successfully. And plus, you know, they show dinosaurs all around the world with different animals and stuff, so coexisting with them, so I kind of don't get your point. They do show it. So kind of like the Lost World ending. You know how like the Lost World ends with showing the dinosaurs on Isla Sorna living happy, but if you listen to what John Hammond's actually saying in the background, he's saying, we must work with the Costa Rican government to establish a set of rules for the isolation and protection of that island. These creatures require our absence to survive, not our help. And if we could just step aside and trust in nature, life will find a way. He's not saying, we have stepped aside. We have left the dinosaurs alone. And look, they are flourishing. He's proposing what they should do as a kind of, we should work with the Costa Rican government, blah, blah, blah. And that end shot shows them being left alone on the island. It doesn't show them, it doesn't say they're going to 100% live peacefully. Obviously, I've talked about in the past how the Lost World ending was originally or supposedly going, that last shot of the dinosaurs on the island potentially as a dream sequence or like a sort of a dream vision of what's potentially to come, but it's not confirmed. And obviously by Jurassic Park 3 we see that the island has been restricted, but there's still people exploiting it, so they don't live in peace in the end. Quotation Nuna says, I drive my friend crazy with this question, but where is the military? It should be open season on dinosaurs. What do you mean? The military won't just willy-nilly go around shooting dinosaurs. You know, the military are beholden to governments, and it's up to the governments to decide whether to deploy that military. And obviously by the time, you know, you're deploying troops into, what, domestic territory to fire on these animals, well, you're going to get, you think from a political standpoint, the public might not want you going out there shooting these endangered dinosaurs. I mean, there was the big protest we see in Fallen Kingdom. There's many people out there who wish to save the dinosaurs. You know, they were saying that the volcano was an act of God, and that's why they didn't want to go to the island to save them. So now, like, you know, dinosaurs start popping up everywhere. It's not like, oh, just deploy the military. It's not as simple as that. It's more, okay, well, if we deploy the military, we're going to be deploying them on our own soil, and they're going to be, what, shooting dinosaurs. That's going to look bad for us, potentially, unless there's a vote on it by the public somehow that votes that we should destroy them all. And Dominion even addressed this by having that poll in the Now This section that told like what the public perception of the dinosaurs were. So I've actually got a picture of it on here. Where is it? I'll see if I can find it. Bear with me. Sorry, 1 second. Ah, why do I keep losing it? Come here. Come here. There we go. Right, so, here you go. Dominion addressed it with this shot here, where they showed the poll. 35% of people wanted them destroyed. However, moved to sanctuary, allowed to live in the wild and rebuild Jurassic Park is a greater percentage than 35. So the government, whoever run this poll, obviously it's really basic, but the idea is the public, most of the public want to destroy them in terms of like there's the bigger bar, but you combine move to a sanctuary and allowed to live in the wild, and that means that what, so 60, what is it, 50, 58% of people want them to live in some capacity. And even rebuild Jurassic Park, you add that percentage on there, then you know they want them to be alive at a theme park. So there's actually a greater percentage of people who want them to stay alive. So that's why the military is not in the movie. Obviously this graph we see here is very basic. It doesn't say, I mean, I guess it's meant to be like a Now This poll. It doesn't say like how many people did the vote or anything like that. It's just meant to be a stupid, like, this is just to show what the people think of. So there's your answer. Does that confirm Sanctuary Island? No. No. From my understanding, and I might be wrong on this, but from my understanding, Sanctuary Island was a lie completely. It never existed. We made it up. It was fabricated. It's fiction. It's not real. Well, if you look at the poll, it says move to sanctuary, so it's like just move to a sanctuary. It doesn't matter whether it's Biosin Sanctuary or some island somewhere or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's like the question is move to a sanctuary, like move to somewhere where they can live in peace. So where it's not confirming like a specific location. Favorite new creature from Dominion? Oh, Therizinosaurus, hands down. Thing's awesome. We need some music. Oh wait, what the heck am I listening to? This isn't what I wanted. Okay, I'm gonna listen to... What should I listen to? You know what? Let's listen to Dino-Defenders music. Shall we? Hopefully it won't be too loud. The start bit's messed up. I don't know why. But anyway. Isis on the communicator said, I'm just happy Spino didn't make an appearance. I don't hate the Spino for any capacity at all, but I truly think it would have had a true purpose. It would feel like just another Dilophosaurus. One was enough. Yeah, less is more kind of thing. I didn't mind the Spinosaurus not being in it because whatever. It doesn't bother me. Like, I'm not bothered about seeing certain dinosaurs and that. Like, it doesn't faze me. Do I think seeing other dinosaurs is cool? Of course. That's why we put like the JP3 Raptors in Dino Tracker and stuff. It's just fun to see stuff again. But at the same time, like if it doesn't appear, it doesn't bother me at all. Like the T-Rex, if they brought for Jurassic World, if that T-Rex that they had fight the Indominus wasn't, you know, the original T-Rex, it wouldn't bother me. Just be a T-Rex. That's why I'm not bothered by if you know, the JP3 T-Rex is the Buck from the Lost World. Doesn't bother me. I'm not one for like creaming over specific dinosaurs appearing or whatnot. There's one dinosaur you'd like to see remade. Is there one dinosaur you'd like to see remade? Dinosaur movie. The Land That Time Forgot would be pretty cool. How long have we been streaming for? 2 hours. Okay. I'll go a little bit longer and then stop. Right, let's write something for on here. What could we write on this plaque? See you later, Lewis. Thanks for popping by. Just having a look. Bear with me, guys. Okay. Call it this, which is the Mesopotamian goddess associated with love, war, beauty, sex, justice, and political power. Which is often depicted with a horned helmet, which is what have we got there? You see, I'm going to mess this up so you can't really see it, but it's meant to be just like an Easter egg kind of thing. Okay, that's good. Then we'll merge these layers. We'll just get a little bit like this. Just go over it with, mess it up like this. Hello, Legendary. And then now what do I use to edit? Photoshop. I use Photoshop. Oh, do you mean edit the video? Video Pad and Premiere Pro. Okay, now we want to do layer new. And call this one light. And we're going to duplicate that layer. Put it like here. And then like that. Now we'll box blur it. Oh wait, no, we need to put both of them in it. Cool. Big Shark, I do look forward to that video. He's the Sauna communicator says I'm creating a Lost World novel series, or at least I'm trying to get it out on Memorial Day. Nice. Okay, duplicate this layer. gradient overlay. We just want to do one like that. There we go. We want to do is let's merge all those. I actually do want to darken this more around here. He's just on communication. I feel like this is our card scene from American Psycho, but just our projects. Very nice. Let's see Paul Allen's project. Okay, so I think if I now just tweak that and do a bit of lighting edit on that, and just do some little plucky details down here. This might be my favourite shot from episode 5 so far. Mine too. You're funny. Just need to add some highlights down here on this guy. Oop. Here we go. I take screenshot a lot of the progress and put it on Discord for people who don't have 3 hours. Yes, thank you very much. Everyone go to the Discord. Right, and then just do a couple of little flecks of... Oh no, wait. Might need to just take the opacity down a little bit. Like this. There we go. adding those little details. Right. Now the rocks at the front are actually going to be a lot darker. They're going to be like this, and they're going to be blurred. Is that not what I can do? Okay. Can I not grab that? Ah, there we go. Cool, so I think if I save that, that is that done for today. And done the first live stream of Dino-Defenders episode 5. Obviously I haven't added characters or dinosaurs in this shot yet, so... Oh, I just saw one thing I do want to tweak just right at the end. Pew, 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 pew. Still a bit of light here, that should be tweaked. There you go. And that should be more like messed up, like that. But there we go. Yeah, so there you go. That is it. Thanks everyone for coming to today's live stream. I will be back again soon. Not too sure when or what, but I'll come back and read my Jurassic Park 4 script as we wrote down earlier. Go through that, and I've got other video ideas planned. So just subscribe to the channel, stick around, see what comes up, and hope you guys have enjoyed it. I will see you guys real soon. Bye.